The Yemeni government confirmed that it would take all the necessary measures to secure the oil sector from the Houthi attacks. According to the government, such attacks are a major escalation and have a negative impact on the humanitarian crisis of the country. The following report gives more details.
The Yemeni government urged the international community to take collective action to teeter the Houthi militia terrorism, saying that condemnation statements shouldn't be enough. This came following a Houthi attack using drone against an oil terminal in eastern Yemen. The attack targeted Dabba oil terminal near the port city of Al-Mukalla in Hadramaut Governorate. On Monday, the Yemeni army announced that it had intercepted Houthi drones targeting Dabba while a ship was transporting a shipment of oil. Nevertheless, the army confirmed that one of the drones had hit the cargo platform and caused material damage. The terminal was the target of another assault by Houthis last month, as the Iran-backed militia continues to extort the internationally recognized government for sharing crude oil revenues from liberated areas in Hadramaut and Shabwa. The militia justified the attack as a warning to the government not to use the terminal to export oil. The government, by its side, warned in a statement that continued targeting of civilian objects and national economic facilities by the terrorist Houthi militia represents a dangerous escalation that would exacerbate the humanitarian situation and threaten energy supplies, freedom and safety of navigation, and international trade. The government described the Houthi attack as criminal, stressing that they represent flagrant violations of all international laws and norms. The statement added that Houthi attacks are carried out in blatant disregard for the catastrophic humanitarian, environmental, and economic repercussions that ensue on Yemen and its people. The government renewed its call for the international community to move from condemning the terrorist attacks to a collective action to keep the group's destabilizing activities. The Yemeni government also demanded Houthis to be designated as a terrorist organization, demanding more pressure on the Iranian regime to stop its destabilizing interference in the region. Regarding this Houthi escalation, the United Nations Special Envoy for Yemen, Hans Grunberg, reiterated that an attempt to settle the country's conflict through violence is unhelpful, and that a long-term settlement can only be achieved through direct negotiations. Grunberg condemned the Houthi militia's several drone attacks in the past 2 months that targeted Yemeni government ports. He stressed that the conflict needs to be settled through negotiations, warning that more violence isn't going to lead to a long-term settlement. The United Nations envoy addressed the United Nations Security Council, saying that attacks on oil infrastructure and threats to oil companies undermine the welfare of the Yemeni people, a risk setting off a spiral of military and economic escalation as well.